because it is a swing low does not make it the valid order block. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Gislen. Welcome to another tutorial. This one's going to be quick, short, and very concise, so you should pay attention. If you're doing something, you should probably save this video and watch it later. Now, on my screen here, you can see a chart example of what some people may consider to be an order block. I mean, this is like an example that I just took. Does not really mean like this is necessarily an order block or anything like that, but I mean, people do consider swing lows as demand. They consider swing lows as order blocks or anything like that, or swing highs as supply, or swing highs as order blocks, stuff like that. But now I'm here to tell you that because it is a swing low, or because it has swept other lows before breaking structure, changing character to the upside or downside, does not necessarily mean it is an order block or it is tradable. You get, there are other factors that you need to put into consideration, of course, and I will show you guys in this video. So you should watch this video all the way to the end. All right, now let's go and let me tell you guys. First off, let me show you guys what is wrong with this one. Let me tell you guys what's wrong with these levels that I've drawn here. Like I said, this is just random. This is just a random point in the chart where I just decided to use for an example. You get, I'm pretty sure skilled and experienced traders out there will not be trading levels like this, but the ones that do trade it, well, I don't know. All right, so let me tell you guys what is wrong first of all with these levels. All right, so first off, let's start with this one here. This one actually is kind of, I mean, it's not bad. First we have impulse here. Well, what we want to see in the market is we want to see, a displacement. We want to see market push with, a lot of volatility and stuff. So this candle here was pretty good, in as much as the momentum was weakened here. It probably reacted on something here, then consolidated a little and then continued to the upside. Now we want to see what we want to see a fair value gap in this thing. And now let's look for a fair value gap. This one clearly has a fair value gap. But now the issue with this one is the fair value gap has already been mitigated. The fair value gap here has been tapped into. You get, it has been tapped 3 times. It entered here and it worked out. That's the power of fair value gaps. You get, so this level here was a high probability level if market changed structure or broke structure to the upside. So this here, the market was moving here slowly, came back into this gap and then changed structure. So probably most traders will not be straight because why? They don't see a structure shift. Well, it depends though. Some people might highlight this high here as a change of character or a break of structure, but I'll take this one because it's a swing high and this market is I think it's an uptrend. Oh, let's look at that. Anyways, the trend is going to be decisive. The trend is going to be one factor that we're also going to look at, when making our decisions on whether it is a break of structure or not. Right? So that is our order block. I'm sorry, our fair value gap. It has been mitigated. We have another block here. This is the order block. So I feel like this level here was, at least it's somehow good, but now it is not valid because structure has not been taken like that. And if you look at it keenly, let me do this old level here that I drew. If you look at it keenly, you see that this other block here actually held tiny. I see a little bit of power. I see power here. I also see I see a fair value gap. In as much as it has been tapped into, you see that price still came here, bounced on this order block, and then disappeared to the upside. This is what we want to see in markets as traders. Okay. Now let me show you now why this one here would have never worked in the first place. It would have never worked. Never. The reason why this low here would have never worked is plain simple. Judging from the examples that I just give you guys on this one, reasons why this will work and this will not work. This will not work because we do not have a fair value gap. At least the ones that we have been filled. Okay, this is a swing low. It's not necessarily a swing low though, but I mean it's a good low because why it swept out the multiple lows here, and then it put out a new low. Change structure to the upside with displacement all the way up here. You can clearly see this fair value gap, and it has also been mitigated. All right, this fair value gap has been tapped into. So if you have to take any trade on this particular, if you have to take any trade here, it should probably be this order block. This should be the order block you should be looking to trade, not down here. There's no order block here. This is just a bunch of candles that have rejected off on this level. I see wicks. That's sign of rejection. I don't see any displacement. I mean, price has just barely, moved from here. So where we actually had some displacement is here. These are our displacement, fair value gap right there, and then we have an order block just below that, which is this one. All right, so this is our order block. Let's take this out. I just wanted to show you guys where the fair value gap is. All right, let me just put a light there to demarcate it so you can see clearly. That is our fair value gap right there. I have trouble putting straight lines, guys. I don't know how to draw straight lines. Now this is our order block. All right, And we had, we had kind of we had quite a reaction from it. If I open this chart up, you see that price moved here, I think 1 to 1.5 at least, or something like that. If you were to take a trade here, you would have probably gotten either break even. Let's say we entered here, all right? As for instance, let's say, for example, we entered the base of this level, right? This is our trade. Let's say I got 1 to 2 or something like something of that sort. But let's look if even 1 to 1. 1.7. 1.7. Come on. That's enough for you to take partials or break even. So which means either way, if you're in this trade, you will not have taken any losses. All right, you will have taken probably partials and then move your stops to break even. So either way, you will not take any losses. All right, if you traded this low, however, you would have taken a huge loss. Now let me take you guys to current price action. This is a bunch of trades that I took yesterday. What I'm going to do is simple. I'm going to break down these setups, what I saw, and why I took this trade. I took 2 wins and 1 loss. All right, let me break that down for you guys. So what I'll do first is I will clear my charts. Right, I'll just want to make a chart so we can work everything out together. Now this is a fresh and good looking chart. All right, beautiful. Now what do I see? Let me start here. First off, I see price, I see a swing low, I see a low, then I see a high. All right, then we have another low here, but this one is not really, not necessarily a swing low, just a tiny pullback on here and then push to the upside before character changed. If we step down on the 10-minute time frame, you see that is actually a good low here, so I still consider that as a break of structure. And the overall downtrend to begin with was bearish, so the least structural break to the downside to me is a break of structure, and I'm trading down. Okay, but if I'm to trade otherwise, if I'm to counter the trend, I'm going to have to see a swing structure break at least. Okay, but if I'm trading in line with the trend, I don't need a swing low to be taken out. I'll just need any low whatsoever to be taken out. If I see my setup, I'm taking. All right, so you might be looking at it like, oh, why did you sell the stop break of structure? There is because this is a low here. Let me draw it out. This is my break of structure right here. Now, this break of structure put this market back in a bearish market. The market was in a bearish market, then it was pulling back here. Then all of a sudden, it started breaking down. Now, it is aligning with the initial trend, which was bearish. That is why I took this trade anyways. Then we have our supply zone all the way up here. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it supply, you can call it resistance, you can call it you can call it order block. You can as well call it I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But this is my POI, point of interest. All right, I'm trading here. Why? Because it is simple. We have a fair value gap. That's basically all I'm looking for. And there's also something else I'm looking for. There's also something else I'm looking for. Let's say we have a candle, right? There's a movement around that candle that is going to affect my decision making. It is going to, it's going to determine if I'm to take that particular trade, if I'm to take that particular order block or not. Because there's a fair value gap does not mean I will trade. There's a lot of fair value gaps in the market. That does not mean every level in the market is valid. You get, there's fair value gaps everywhere. If you look here, you see fair value gaps everywhere, but that does not mean you just take trades everywhere. Okay, so there are other factors, there are other things that I look out for. I'm not putting that on my YouTube, or I'm not just putting that out there for you guys and stuff. I'm asking you guys to subscribe to my channel. It's a huge deal. I don't know, people, you don't want to subscribe, but you just want me to, I don't know, you want me to put in efforts, shoot videos, edit them, post them for you, then you just come and watch how you go. Even to leave me a comment, you cannot. So I'm not putting out my stuff here for free. What I'm teaching here is free, but what you're looking for is premium. It's not free. Okay, so taking this other block, which is the most important reason, by the way. But I'm telling you guys, the other block, if you're looking for mere fair value gaps still, you have at least a 40% win rate. Okay, now we have our other block right there. Where's our fair value gap? This is our fair value gap right here. Let's draw that out. My mouse is, I don't know. Anyways, this is a fair value gap. This line, let me demarcate it differently. This line here with this one, this is a gap. If you don't know what the fair value gap is, you should watch more videos on fair value gaps, or if you visit my channel, I have a bunch of tutorials that could help you out. All right, so now what I'm waiting for is simple. I want price to do what? To find its way back, gravitate towards this particular sell order block here, right? Or supply zone. I want price to get in here and let me sell this market to the downside, which is exactly what price did, by the way. Price did just that. Let me see. Let me get this out of the way. Okay. So Let me stretch this out. If I stretch this out, you see where price tapped into my supply zone, right? Now, all I have to do is set my sell limit here. On tiny zones, I take the entry of the order block. On larger zones or larger order blocks, I take my entry a little bit deep into the zone because price, 80% of the time, price will go deeper before actually dropping. Okay, so price drops here. We can go for a quick 3 hour, depends on how your trade management or anything like that. Yes, so if you look at it very well, you can see that this price actually pierced this zone really, really deep. And if when I was trading this, I actually thought it was going to stop me out just by a few pips. The price just rejected and melted to the downside. These are one of the things you have to deal with as a trader. Sometimes you are right, but when the market is playing out in your life, it is not all smooth as it looks when you are back testing or when you're looking at charts. Okay, it's really, really it's an emotional roller coaster. Your feelings up and down, flying everywhere. All right, so that was my first trade, and while I was taking this trade, I entered another position while I was still in this trade. Okay, let me shrink this at the side so you guys can explain where I got there. So on this price leg here, I want you to pay attention to this price leg right here. Now this price leg went ahead to take our structure to the downside again. All right, sorry, please. All right, that price leg went ahead to take our structure to the downside, leaving us with an order block. Where is the other block? So identify the other block. First, we look for imbalance, right? This is an imbalance right here. Once we see that imbalance fair value gap, is the same thing here. So don't mind using different terms. It's basically the same thing. I don't know, traders just out here calling stuff differently. Then we have now, once we see our imbalance, all right, we have our other block right there. Beautiful. You can see how price, it was holding this level for a while, then broke through it, filled this gap, tapped into this other block perfectly, and then melted to the downside. Once again, it's a small zone, so I'm taking my entry just at the opening here. If you're on an account with large spreads, you might not be able to get this trade, but if you're on a raw spread account, okay, if your broker offers raw spreads, you probably get this trade 100%. All right, so we'll go for the same level as this one, and there we are on that one. That's 6% on 2 trades right there. I posted this trade in my group, I think. If you're in my Telegram group, I think I posted this trade and another trade on CAT JPY. All right. Now, this is my trade. Now, let me show you guys the trade that I took that was a loss. All right. So price went ahead to take a structure, broke structure to the upside. There's nothing much to look at. I looked at this price like there was no gap, nothing. And then this is where price caught my attention. All right. After all this break, this is where I saw my setup. I saw, all right, then I saw this other block here. This candle here was my other block, so I stretched it out and I was waiting for price to come back. Let me buy. So this is me trying to buy in a bearish market. Yeah, so I placed my entry right. I think I went in deep on this one here. I think my entry was around there. I don't know, I cannot quite remember. Then my stop loss was perfectly at that zone. So you can see the candle that stops me out. Immediately, this candle here just taps me out like this. And the price pushed in, I think 1-to-1, then eventually drops down. I don't like when price tags me out, or maybe price hits my stop loss, then moves in profit. So the fact that it continued down, at least I'm good. I'm relieved. All right. Now my net on this particular currency pair yesterday was 5R. That's 5%. Good. Now let's look at this. Now this is the most recent price leg. This is where price is at. It's Friday weekend, so markets are closed. All right. Now, this is my structure break. First, you identify a structure break and everything. I think I've gone through this a lot, so I don't like to repeat I don't like to say the same thing in every video. Now we have a price leg that has broken structure to the downside. Where's our displacement? We see this displacement right there with the other block. I'm sorry, fairly gap. We can see the gap right here. That's our gap. All right, let me highlight the full gap so you see it. When I put one line, you understand that this one okay is also like, I mean, that's the gap. This space you see here, all right, the wicks do not touch, they do not overlap each other. This space here is what I'm referring to as an fair value gap or an imbalance. Okay, so if you look at the other stuff, you get it. Then now we have our other block, which is this last candle before the bearish push, or last candle before an upward movement set up on GU. So if you're watching this video on Monday or Tuesday or something, Wednesday, I don't know, price should make its way all the way back up here. However, if price keeps going down, I might just do the setup. This is what I'm looking for on GU. Okay, price should get up there and drop at least 4 hours, something like that. So you guys should keep your eyes on GU. So I wanted to go through the CJ trade that I took, but this video is really long enough. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Subscribe so you don't miss out on my content, and check the description for links. You can join my free Telegram there. The link is there. If you want to speak to me privately, I think I have a link there as well. You can message me on Telegram and we chat. All right. And I can put you, maybe I can put you in my inner circle and we share setups and everything. Or if you want mentorship or anything like that, somebody to, watch you or, just coach you on overall. I mean, you can reach out to me. I got you. All right. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Ciao.